Welcome back, ladies and gents, to FACEIT TV here for the DreamHack Tours closed qualifier. I'm DK and Jackie's joining me. What's up?
Yeah, not too bad. Still good.
We have an interesting match on our hands, actually, because LDLC, they're looking pretty strong. We are going to go into the second map. It's Dust 2, which is the pick of LDLC.White. And I'm curious why they chose this. I wonder if they will show us with some awesome strategies, awesome tactics, awesome plays. We'll have to see, but you can only imagine that a Swedish team on Dust 2, that's got to be pretty favorable for them as well. So I'm going to kick things off with a knife round, and we'll see. You get to see who is going to be starting off the CT here.
See, I don't think this is going to be anywhere near as big as the deal as we saw before in Inferno, of course. Dust 2, it's not too bad whatever side you're on. If you're more comfortable on one side, just go for it. It's not more of a balance thing at all. And
it's going to be that, for some reason, Property, they just suck at knife rounds, man. They lost both knife rounds. Let's look at this. What if they had nuke? They'd be screwed.
Yeah, that is true.
With such knife skills, such poor knife skills. But we are going to be seeing LDLC starting off on CT. So definitely always more fun, in my opinion, to start off on CT. But we're going to see just early peaks there coming in from matHEND. And otherwise, we are going to have the bomb charging up towards Catwalk here. Devil's going to just chop off the head of pauf straight away. He's got the support from his teammates, but it's not going to save in time. Ooh, Fuks popping heads. Going to take down Berg, but he will go down as well. The trade game not going too badly for the terrorists, but it's going to be matHEND taking down Twist towards long. That should give LDLC the edge here. No health left here for Property either. So Zende's got to come up with something quite impressive, but 23 points of health, getting jump shotted there by bodyy and Tuinu. Goes to the peak. This is just terrible. Double peak. No way he's going to win that one. LDLC.White claim themselves the pistol. And Property, they didn't even get a bomb down.
That's true. He was in such a horrible, horrible situation. There wasn't really much he could do at all. He played that to the best of his ability, but really, 1v2 when you're on site like that, he was so low HP, they could have sneezed on him and taken him down. So it's a real shame.
We only have a very short pause here, guys, so don't go anywhere. So we are going to see 3 FAMASes in play there for LDLC, interestingly. This is one of the situations where they could really SMG up quite a lot here, but I guess FAMASes probably a choice due to just a little bit more potent on some of the larger ranges that they would want to play with. But in this situation, Property, they're going to have this this force up as they lost the pistol, and with no bomb down, could be a lot of money to be made there by the more powerful SMGs here, but they are going to opt for all the FAMASes apart from the MP7 on Devil. Let's see how that works out for them here as Property are looking for picks. They've spread out across the width of the map, and that's a good way to start things off. Twist with the 1D. Tuinu going to go down. They can't really press further into B just yet from that angle, but this could be something to build into in the near future.
That is true indeed. It was a lovely headshot, and that could be what they needed, as that's one FAMAS down. There's only 4 CTs remaining. If pauf can do some damage here over on mid with his backup of Twist, unfortunately, matHEND will be the one to get the first frag there, taking down pauf. Trying to balance up these numbers, and Zende is fairly low, only 48 on him, but he's still going for the faces, and he will go down. Twist finds one with his deagle as well. Feeling quite confident they're deagles today, it seems, over on Properties.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough now for LDLC if Property get onto that bomb site. But you can see them holding position. Fuks, he has to be able to get some kills here. There is one. Zende going down. Devil with the support with the grenades. And that's going to allow them to all get very close now with these rifles and SMGs. And that is all they needed. So good work there from Devil with the toss of the grenades. And Property, they cannot get the bomb down. So full save coming in for them. And LDLC get a round where they don't have to worry all that much.
This is true. I mean, Property are struggling here to get the bomb down, as you're saying. It's such a big thing. Like, theoretically, last time we saw them buying up this round, and then they won from there on. They managed to finally get around and capitalize on it, but they don't have the cash at all. They're going to have to go for the eco, and it's looking worse and worse for them. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do here. If they stack up, just try wolf pack it and see if they can maybe get a few frags, get the guns off of LDLC.
And we're going to see straight away that they're going to just make the move through the middle and get themselves, or try to sneak themselves up into one of the bomb sites, well, B from mid, but good positions there from LDLC. Again, showing that this is a team that has a really good understanding of what the flow, the natural flow of the map is based on the opponent's economy and how best to position themselves around that. Because imagine if they had one guy just peeking in middle, very susceptible to getting rushed down. And once that player's rushed down, you got one man on B, you can get attacked from multiple locations at once, and the round doesn't look anything like that. But no, they had both the players in B, so that if there was a B rush, they'd be safe. If there was an early mid push, early mid timing, that they'd be safe, and they can take the frags as they come and support each other. So, got to hand it to LDLC. Whites, they are definitely proving that they know their stuff. And Property, I mean, this is where I would expect them to shine. I would really expect Property to have a big advantage on the picking game, but we'll just have to see if they're going to be able to win out those situations.
It's true. It's going to be interesting. If we see Berg, if he's up to his previous form, like on the T side of Inferno, he'll be just completely ripping heads off, and that's what we need here. On Dust 2, it's such a strong map for you to just get the picks and then run away with the round. And even if just a few players on Property are just shine down with the light and just go for those early frags and really crack open those rounds, that will be really, really big for them.
So we're going to be back into this now, as the buy does come in for LDLC, and Property looking at a good advantage on the weapons up against Famis's and SMGs here. Quick response possible there from LDLC with the option to have 3 men towards long early on, just in case, again, that fast rush timing comes in to attack them, but no. They are just taking it easy, as you would expect. Property are looking for the default round here. They're looking for those picks. They've moved themselves into middle around that 120 timing, slowly taking over Catwalk, and the Cat drop into the B split always going to be possible. The A split always going to be possible because they got a man on the A long house as well. So Property, again, default round, keeping all the options open. Oh, but here's the attack from LDLC, moving down short with 2 players. pauf responds excellently, takes them both down. 4 versus 3 now in favor of Property.
Twist will get one there onto body. Pianaro goes down as well from Schneider, and it's looking worse than worse for LDLC.White right now, but Fuks does finally manage to retaliate, takes down Zende. 1v3 here. 16 HP on pauf, 29 on Schneider, and 78 on Twist. It's not too amazing on their side, but it's even worse for Fuks, but he still keeps it up. He takes down Schneider, and he's got that momentum now. He wants to try and get the other 2, but also he realizes it's not going to be easy to do. He might as well just try and save out this AK, and that's what he'll do. He'll park himself behind a barrel and just try and maybe get a few guns off Property if he can.
Yeah, this is a nice round there from Property, and it's interesting because LDLC were the ones that really enabled them to have that opportunity. I mean, they came in with that 2-man Cat push, and it was a great idea, actually. I mean, again, they showed that they understand the natural kind of ebb and flow of Dust too. They said, okay, it's around like 110, 115. Let's flash into short and then push it really close. And they were right. Like, the T's were there. They just weren't able to execute on the kills. But that is actually, I think, a good way for them to tackle the strength of Property on the picking game. So LDLC looking not too bad here. But here comes the fast pace on the A site. Things could get very, very messy very soon.
Schneider get one on Fuks there, gets the second, tries to get the third, but unfortunately can't quite do it. But pauf will be the man to back him up there and get one. Tapping away, wants to try and get the second as well, but he won't be getting it just yet. bodyy checking up mid there. Interesting to see if he can find any information or any kills this time around, but doesn't look like he'll be greeted with much. We see Pianaro over on the B-bomb site, just trying to hold off. Doesn't want to give too much information out, just wants to defend that AWP. Doesn't want to lose it. But we see the T sort of capitalizing in now. They're pincering in. They want to just stop them from saving any weapons at all if possible.
So bodyy does take down zende. Good stuff there from him, but Twist now knows his location. And we do have bodyy making some noise as well. He's in for some trouble. There is Twist. And we are going to have a pause coming in again so we can get Devil back onto the server. Not sure what the issue is for him, but hopefully it will be resolved promptly as we have a bit of just a minute or so pause coming in here as we can reflect on what has come to pass so far. So it seems like Property in that last round, despite having a player lagging out, LDLC, they're going to have trouble with this. They're going to have trouble with the sheer force of Property when they want to have the high pace like that. The entries came so quickly. It is very scary, actually. I wonder if Property are going to keep throwing more like high pace rounds or if they're going to mix it up. Fuks. It's definitely an effective option.
Yeah, that is true. And that's the thing, we see sort of how LDLC.White play. They're a very adaptive team, which is great, because sometimes you see them playing the most defensive you've ever seen in your life, holding every angle, playing hide and seek with property. But then the other times, you see them just running away with the rounds, going as aggressive as they can with their Nikes on, sprinting away, getting those early game frags, and that is nice as well. It's the fact they can play so adaptive, and they can play sort of each side of the bread so well is great. Property, they struggle to adapt as much, but when they need to, they've really got the strong aim to just knock them down and steamroll into the sites and lock it out. So it's going to be interesting when they do get these sort of really odd play rounds, who will come out on top. And pauf will be the one to firstly find one. Tuinu spotting up mid there, wants to see if he can get any information. pauf still on his rampage, the hot wheels going around. Unfortunately, Zende with the one to get that kill. As they do crack open long completely, working towards that A site.
Yeah, it's weirdly, Twist is actually, I think, AFK at the moment, so not sure what's going on there, but no pause has been called. So he's started to move now, just a little bit, so I don't know, maybe someone came to the door, the pizza arrived, sushi arrived, I'm not sure, but it is an interesting situation, Property with a very big advantage. They still have the bombing they control, a minute to play with, so it should be pretty easy for them to close this one out now. They know where the AWPer was last spotted, which was towards A. It's a pretty hardcore rotate to go all the way to B at this point, or middle, so I mean, they could very easily, or they could do anything really. It's going to be hard to mess this one up. They got the push coming in towards long. Devil's down low now. Didn't get anything with the dig. And the AWP is going to be trained on the A site, but there's nowhere for it to really connect with. The smoke is down everywhere. Devil's going to look for his way through that smoke, gets caught in the back. And Tuinu, he can't risk this AWP here. It's definitely a bit of a fool's errand. Going to back away and see if he can save this one, but Property, I think, are actually going to be in a stead to at least invest, maybe like sacrifice like one player to try and kill this AWPer. We'll have to see if they can pull it off though. Tuinu is hightailing it towards T-spawn at the moment to keep himself alive.
Yeah, it's got to be worth them going for it. I mean, you lose one AK, you can get that back. The fact they're going to lose an AWP and the way their economy is getting, it would be really heartbreaking for LDLC if they lost it. So the T's definitely going to want to be going for that. But Tuinu catches sight of Berg and then will get the frag as well. But Twist will get the better of him, out-AWPing him there, takes him down, and it's not going to be too great for the economy of LDLC.
Yeah, it's definitely really, really troublesome. And I mean, just a quick cursory glance at the money of LDLC there. They have enough to get, like, field a buy and Property. If they want, they could force it, but there's not much use in doing that at the moment. Honestly, they've already bought, so never mind. I'll shut up then. Okay, so we're going to see the pressure continuing from Property, but we do have a bit of a longer pause coming in here, guys. Might take a while for Devil to get his stuff sorted out, so we'll have to be patient, to bear with us. This could be a good moment to go and hydrate, to go use the bathroom, as we do wait here. So, Jackie, anything unexpected, anything you think that's quite interesting as far as this clash has gone so far?
For me, it's just LDLC's playstyle. I've not really had enough time to sort of study them as this unit as they are for LDLC.White, and sort of I really haven't put enough dedication into looking how they play, but I'm really impressed in how sort of adaptive they are, and they do it very well. It's not just they can adapt, but it's not as great either way. It's they can adapt and they play it flawlessly, which is good. They've had a few rounds where it's been a bit iffy for them over on the Inferno game, but they seem to be getting sort of stable with it, and they seem to be locking it down, so it's nice to see that. I mean, right now, you know, they've lost 3 consecutive rounds in a row. They've lost the gun rounds. They won out on pistol and they played that well, but right now they seem to be in a bit of a rut, but it's not too bad at all. They can sort of bring it back. We've seen how they play. They do have these sort of ruts, and they seem to get out of them after a while. They seem to just sort of get back in their stride and really bring the damage. So it'll be interesting to see if Dust 2, this is sort of the map that they can sort of hit home and, you know, get the map on the board.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how Property are going to start playing with the money, with the full AK buys. We saw like really aggressive stuff that was working very well for them. And I feel like, you know, we're only like 6 rounds in really, so we haven't really gotten to see the result of Property saying, hey, this kind of works, this kind of doesn't work. Okay, this is how LDLC are kind of setting up and all this kind of stuff. So very curious to see how that goes. But guys, let's take a quick break here whilst we do try to... Oh, okay, we're live very soon. Never mind. No break. No breaks. No breaks. So you missed your chance to go to the bathroom already because the game's about to start. And hopefully we'll be able to see the answer to that question. As Property, we have seen already that players like Berg have been coming out quite quite well, been playing a very important role for their team as far as entry fragging goes. At the moment, he's not really shown up, but again, it's very early. They haven't had much money in many of these rounds. Twist is really the one that's been pulling in the frags for their team, and with the AWP especially. And this is a team where I could even see like double ops coming out for Property. This has also been very popular in the meta game at the moment. On the very top level, we've seen double op for CTs and Ts happening quite frequently. So I guess it really depends on how Property feel LDLC are going to respond. Because if LDLC decide to play very, very passively, it's going to be hard for them to find some of those picks with the double AWP, and then they will just end up slowing them down. You've got to be quite... I think one of the teams that's good at actually playing that is like Envious, because they're a team that are very good at pushing despite... like really just pushing for those aggressive AWP frags, even though it's pretty awkward. It can get pretty awkward, but they're okay with a bit of awkward.
That's true. Envious, as you're saying,
nice.
They're really good at just sort of trying a lot of wild things, and that seems to be what LDLC are doing. They're trying those wild things, and if it works, that's amazing. If not, they've learned from that mistake, and that's good to see. That's really good to see. So it's going to be interesting if they can do that into these later rounds in the next game.
And this is really problematic now because LDLC they've double AWP'd up. This is really good against any kind of picking setups that don't have almost an equal number of AWPs. You could say most of the time, like the AWPs will hold very, very well. So LDLC have read this quite well because Property, they have been wanting to go for more kind of pick-based rounds so far, and they're a team that are good at that. So this is a very nice response, but we are seeing now the slow movement up middle from Property. Can they pick up some kills here? Fuks is going to get one. The trade comes in from pauf as Berg looks for the frag up onto the A site. Now the distraction towards CT spawn in middle could actually have matHEND peeking, but he hasn't, and he's going to get the drop onto Berg, and that slow movement speed you can see really hurting as Berg goes down. And now, can he get any more? There's the second one. The third one is not going to come his way though, as pauf does charge onto the bomb site. 1 on 3. He's going to have to ace if he's going to pull this one off, and he's got 3 CTs hot on his heels.
I think he did just enough with those AWP kills though, as we see 3 members left and Devil with the one to get the frag. What he did there was really crucial, just completely locking off short. There was nothing Property could do to get out on site. Of course, they did get the bomb down, but there was only 1 man left. There's not much you can do by yourself, really.
And they keep the double AWPs alive. And it was a very crucial round insofar as they spent all of their money, and you'll see some teams not do that. They'll say, hey, we're going to spend everything on double AWPs straight away, because it makes it so that our economy is quite fragile. Because if we lose this round, then we're kind of screwed. But if we just go for a kind of a lighter buy and just leave a little buffer of money, then at least we can get things going more quickly again. So taking some risks there on the buy, and there's a tag there onto Tuinu from Twist as he looks for yet more of the AWP, and maybe even trying to check for picks here towards the B tons. So LDLC looking for the picks all over the place early on in the round, but it's going to be Property. Have been winning some of these early exchanges so far. But who will break first? It's a great shot there from matHEND. He's been doing a good job, a very good job towards A, I must say.
Yeah, he's been getting some really sort of crucial picks, so it's nice to see from him. He's been doing a lot of damage with that AWP, and will he get the better of Twist here? No, it'll be Twist to get the frag. Unfortunately, he did have a smoke in his hand. He wasn't ready for that. He's got to even up the numbers now.
Now it's 2 to a site here. This is a very common situation for the CTs. And again, this is usually preferable to attack A, because as we can see, there's 1 on crossover on the A site itself, and then 1 towards long. They're kind of separated for each other. They cannot trade for each other. It's much harder to get into B where there's 2 players. Now, will Property just go for the B split regardless? Looks like they want to do that. So in they are, and Tuinu's going to be able to pick up a frag straight away. bodyy going in close now, takes down 1. And Twist tries to get in, but he does get shot with the AWP in the back by Fuks. So this is the problem that they have faced now, making that call for the B play instead of trying to isolate one of those players on A. And they made it quite difficult, and maybe a little bit too difficult at this point for Schneider. No time left as well. Has to go and die. And we'll see LDLC taking a strong grip of the map now, because eco time for Property, and LDLC, their economy is looking pretty good and should look even better after this one.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, that's a real shame though. Property, right there, they were set up to try and sort of at least have a really solid chance that round. Tuinu was so low, he was on the back of B. They opted for the B take, but he had an AWP in hand. That's fine. But it was just a real shame from him. Bodygun very aggressive this round, finds one as a Schneider, almost gets the second, but he did get the information. He knows Twist is there, and he will not be playing silly at all. He'll be just holding the angle, but Twist somehow gets the better of him. This is very crazy frags coming out from him there as he gets another one there through the smoke shot down mid. Devil trying to hold him off though whilst he's in pit, rattling shots off. Does get two, evens up the numbers now, and Twist is the last man standing. He's got two beautiful shots already. Can he make three more?
Yeah, it's going to be quite difficult to find those angles. Twist, though, he's the man with the plan. But Tuinu's ready with the AWP. Great flick. And the interesting thing there is that it felt like LDLC risked a lot in going for these aggressive plays. I mean, the kind of round there you're thinking about is, hey, we've got a round where these guys cannot buy. We know this. So you want to capitalize by having minimal losses, like just lose no one. That's like what you really want to have going for yourself. But I've got to hold that forward. We're going to have a fast A-long take here. They've only got one player there. They're flashing him back. It's going to be Fuks falling all the way back, and he's going to call for the reinforcements. Now, they don't have to keep pushing this. They can leave a man there. They're not committed. And indeed, they will back away and leave one man into A-long. So they have gotten some extra map control. And look how bunched up the CTs are now on the A site. They don't know where to go at the moment.
This is true, and they're really quite confused, as you're saying. We've got three players in mid, one in tons, one on long. Berg sort of stuck away. They know where he is, and they want to try and take him down there as they go sort of aggressive onto him. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top in this, and Berg somehow managed to get the kill onto Fuks there, putting them into the advantage. And if they go for this short take now, they're not going to be greeted with open arms at all, because Devil's waiting for him. Gets one, gets the second, almost gets the third, but Schneider finally gets the better of him. The Molotov there to try and get a little bit of damage onto him, but he doesn't quite connect. And Schneider gets another headshot there onto body. 2v3 now, and the A site's greeting them with open arms as they go to get the bomb plant. Tuinu coming up from short. The smoke's there blocking him off. He catches wind of a leg and takes down 2v2. Do you reckon they can retake this?
Anything's possible. They've got the AKs in hand, so just got to find those quick headshots. And we do have a plant towards long, so it's going to be very, very painful and arduous to pull this one off. But in goes Tuinu first. Twist just has to be on point. They're going to go for the double peek. Perhaps no. Twist is going to get one player on the one-on-one, and now we've got matHEND. He's got to deal with this long plant. Berg, it's all set up for him. The diffuser's coming, and there's no way he's going to mess this one up. Berg is going to pick up the kill, secure the round for property, and Berg actually on long to get the kill onto Fuks after they took long. Fuks, I was watching on the minimap there. He actually was peeking in from long, like trying to retake long, but only peeking in towards the kind of long doors, the longhouse doors. So Berg just shot him in the back. So it was very, very nice play there from property for that fast A-long take. It really, really panned out very well for them. But it's going to be the pistols now for LDLC. Their economy is in tatters.
It's true. 5.7s, P250s, and a Deagle in hand. A couple of flashes though. Be interested to see what we do see coming out with those, as they seem to be being used already on this big MiG defense here. Three players there. It will come out on top as the Deagle shots start to rattle off. Didn't quite connect with anyone just yet though.
And actually pushing A-long, he does actually take a quick kill there. Devil tagging down players as well. Wow, these pistols really coming into play. That's a massive turn on the value there. 3 AKs picked up. Look at that. They were going to be able to buy next round anyway. But now it's just ridiculous how much money they've saved now because of those AKs in hand. And property, they are just going to buy straight back into LDLC. But what are they going to go with here? Fast take potentially, or try to overwhelm, try to swarm somebody. Looks like they are going to go for the long play. 2 players here for LDLC. Can they hold it off? Great grenades though coming in, but Fuks is not blind enough. Sprays down 3 players quickly. matHEND gets pauf as well, and it's been shut down as Twist is left alone, stuck behind the smoke. Going to go for the peek, but he can't find the bomb just yet. There it is. But that is devastating. How is this? LDLC are just butchering them at this point.
Yeah, they just, that long push, they just completely destroyed them. Headshot after headshot. Beautiful play there. There was just nothing they could do at all. They tried to get out, rattling shots off from the Tech 9s, but all of it was just at a loss.
It's that round where, again, it happened on Inferno too, where they're up against a save, like a pistol save, and they just get annihilated. It's really, really hard to deal with that kind of situation, because now property can see the kind of issues they're going to be having. They're up against double AWP, and there's 3 players on the B-bomb side as well. They're LDLC going for a gamble that is going to be towards the B, for the B split against these pistols, and they've gambled well.
That is true indeed. They should be able to really hold this off quite well. Property, no fear in it at all though as they go for the push, and just complete domination from the CTs. There was nothing they could do.
I think everyone died like at the same time. Okay, it's 9-4. Things are looking a little bit desperate for Property now. They really need to string together these last couple rounds to have any semblance of a feeling of comfort as they move further into the match. But we are going to have, once again, those double AWPs which have been working fantastically there for LDLC, and they're going to go for that, the HE on middle for the dust to cover their cross, and another quick take from Property on long. But will it work out as it did previously?
Couple of shots through the smoke there, and pauf finally catches wind of Fuks and takes him down. Another one in the smoke, trying to do what Fuks did, but again, he goes down. Devil is the man this time, and 3v5. They've got 2 picks very early on long. 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the clock. They've got more than enough time to sort of slow it down, work out what they want to do, and then really capitalize on it. A player on short, a player in CT, and one on B ramp. They could, theoretically here, they could sort of try and stop the push. We see the AWP on 2E. If he did some damage now, this is going to be really big. He just didn't quite catch sight of him there. Does hit the shot though. Things are looking a little bit better for the CTs, but the bomb is down on site and it will go down.
Wow. He's not done, is he? It's a 2-on-2 now. But it will be Schneider to clean him up finally. And Schneider now has a good crossfire opportunity, but there is the one-on-one from pauf. And they will pick up the rounds. But it's interesting, you know, we had the 2 free kills in the smoke at the start of the round. That's really what tied it together for Property. And it is really common, again, in the metagame, for CTs who are trying to defend long to actually smoke it themselves in that area and try to play around the smoke. So Property just getting some free kills based on that. And they're going for the long take again. It's all about long for them.
pauf will be very confident on long, as you're saying. He does get one twist there, backing him up. We'll get the second. Devil is going down, and they're still just rattling shots off. I think they were just trading one by one there, but 2v3 now, and they begin to rotate over to the A site.
Bomb though is in spawn. They left the bomb in T spawn, and they found out that B is completely clear. It's like watching deathmatch at the moment. It's basically the same thing. We're just going to have the last 2-on-2 coming into play here. Property starting things off well with the trades on long, but they are going to be going back for the bomb, and they know where bodyy is, and they've left Schneider in CT, so he should be able to handle this. So, wow, it's a strong nade into Schneider.
Well, I mean, I guess that was such a good fake. Property even faked themselves by leaving the bomb, so...
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but they should be comfortable to win this one. The last round in this half, bodyy, of course, getting just delayed, and Schneider's worked his way all around so that he can actually end up in the B-bomb site supporting his teammate, and it should be a pretty easy spot for Twist. I do imagine he's going to play this safe. Let him play with his teammate. Spots him. He can hide and allow his teammate to peek. There it is. Twist gets the kill, and 9-6 will be the score. Again, it feels like it was exactly the same half as we had on Inferno, where I was super scared for Property because LDLC were doing so well, and Property were having such awkward rounds, and it felt like they couldn't, like you were saying at the start of the cast, like their T sides seemed to be an issue. And then now, but they just managed to scrape the 6, which is like, okay, that's like totally fine. As long as they win the pistol. Yeah. As long as they get the pistol. Here we go.
I think that'll be, if they get the pistol and bring this to a 9-9, it'll be an exact repeat of what we saw in Inferno.
Well, they have left Schneider in lower dark at the moment, and the bomb is actually towards the upper tons, so Schneider could be a key player here in Property winning this pistol round, but we'll have to see how this goes. LDLC with a fast push with 2 players trying to get the fake going here, trying to force those rotations, and it's not often you see such a hardcore fake coming in, but Schneider's still sat in lower dark as the rotation comes in, and they've got to be careful because the bomb is moving through upper dark in Schneider. If he takes control here, then problems will be had for LDLC. They have the CTs hot on their heels again. This is such a weird situation. We've got Ts on both sides of the map. Property not knowing which way to go. They haven't seen the bomb yet, and that bomb will go down on B. But the kills are going to be raining in here. Berg with 2, and that might just be enough. We'll have to see. He's pretty darn low now.
Yeah, we're over on that A site, though. I mean, the bomb's ticking away. We do see a kit in hand, though, and it's on Berg. He's very, very low, and he will finally go down. 2v2, they're evening up the numbers. Not looking too great at all if they're going to try and go for this, and bodyy will get 2 beautiful headshots there. Lovely play from him, defending the site very well in the first round, going to LDLC.
That was pretty hilarious because Property actually did think it was an A plant. They actually thought it was an A plant, and that screwed them too much. They just didn't have enough time in the end to try to create a retake. So, well, we're going to see the full buy coming in from them. They haven't been so successful as LDLC on these force buys or these save rounds. But maybe this time, Property will pick something up. Some good scout work here from Twist. Does get a tag, but inevitably goes down. Schneider looking for some action as well. Trade's looking good here now for LDLC. They don't look to be in any trouble at all. And they should soon be claiming that 11th round.
They are very low across the board, though. It's going to be so hard if he does want to try and get a couple of frags in, but maybe he could get one gun off him. Berg there with the deagle in hand. That smoke's starting to fade, and Zende over on mid just trying to hold that down.
Nice shot there on the jumper body, looking over the smoke. And as you say, you know, if they can just get a couple more frags out of this as these players cross over, that would be great. I mean, force a worse economy for LDLC, get that eco potential coming out of them later on. But it's just me Zende staying alive, and he's looking for maybe a scout could have got blown across by the bomb, but nothing got shifted by the bomb there. So 11-6 indeed, as LDLC.White look to be having a hell of a game against Property here on Dust 2.
It is true indeed, and Property, last time we saw him getting those pistols, that really helped him out. They started to get the momentum back. This time, they've not won the pistol round. They're really, really struggling to sort of get their momentum going again. The steam's not under the wheels at all, and a massive stack over on long right now, and they're not going to be greeted by anything. The T's aren't going to be facing at all. It's Fuks there, rattling the shots off, gets Twist very low, and this is almost sort of giving the information to the T's. They know B's clear. They're going to get this bomb down right away, and that stack was just for nothing. It was all in vain.
Interestingly, though, I mean, they have like a 5-7 on Zende still that he saved, and they can just try to spread out for the exits now, as they're not really giving up much to do so. They have, again, only a 5-7 as an investment. So look at this, they're going to try to storm down Fuks. Can they get him? They will. Any more frags? Not too new. Good position here. Ooh, does get dinked actually. That's going to make things a little bit easier to take him down, but he's going to get the spray under control, and Property will lose the remainder of their lineup. So 12-6, Property in with the buy, and this is a nasty position to be in. No AWPs for them. LDLC without any AWPs either, but they got the full nades going for them, something that Property can't boast about themselves.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, they've got the guns now, but this is where we really need to start seeing them doing damage. It's going to be such a shame if they lose this round, but through the smoke, gets a lot of damage off, and the nade will finish off Devil there. Lovely. That's what we want. A really early on pick there for Property, and now they just need to keep that ball rolling.
It's going to be difficult, though. They can't really get too aggressive. They're playing really reactively at the moment. They've got a nice crossfire set up here on middle. Got to be careful here, LDLC. This is a timing thing. You drop a second player from Cat sometimes to make sure you can be safe against a quick mid-push timing. And we're going to see that LDLC, they are standing tall here with 2E looking for the challenges, and Property, you know, feeling comfortable in going for these duels, just as Twist is. He knows he needs a big risk here. Going to be turning the corner. Finds the first player. There's the second one as well with the spray down. And all at the same time, pauf pushes along. Zende comes into play as well. And they hit them from every side at once. And Property, they'll be climbing, clawing their way back into the match. And surviving with 3 players is pretty respectable in that situation. So, well, they just have to survive the AWP attack from bodyy now. And maybe things can start going their way.
It's very true indeed. This is what we need now. Property really keep it up, and then we go an early pick once again. Takes down bodyy. That's an AWP completely gone for the T's, and it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to reclaim it.
Twist is going for it, tossing his gun away. Oh, he's a little bit scared now. Oh, no, he actually picked it up as well. So now Twist has got himself an early AWP. This is looking promising, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what I mean. It's so big now. I mean, the AWP's in play. It's a free one as well. You can't fault that.
stuff from matHEND. They're just checking the Noah stack. That can also be so common again around this timing. CT's trying to punish the short play, the short take around 110, 120. But not to be just yet. But Twist is to be with the AWP on that goose graffiti angle, looking for any T's, looking for those peaks. But Devil somehow managed to evade him completely, but Schneider with a great reaction, able to win the battle. And now LDLC, they've just got to go. They've got to figure something out. And they are going to barrel through into the B-bomb site. It's not looking fantastic, but Fuks is there with 2 quick kills to turn things on their head. But zende, he needs to do more. Gets only 1 kill. matHEND is low. And we have the 2-on-2. And the bomb still needs to go down. And we've got the CTs knocking at the gates. And it's going to be Twist able to take down Twinu. And matHEND left with 8 HP. Now they just they're sat together here on the boost. Oh my goodness! Almost finding that with the spray. That would have been a disaster, but somehow Property, they managed to clean that up.
See, that's what I mean. This is really weird. We're seeing it once again where LDLC, somehow they start having these rounds where they're just losing on like the thinnest hair you've ever seen, and it's crazy to see.
Oh, here comes the shocks push. And it actually goes well, and it usually doesn't go so well. But they're on pistols, so good smoke there from a teammate. And if they can only lose 1 guy here, that's actually pretty acceptable. Oh dear, Body. Poor Body's in a bit of a predicament. Uh-oh. He's going to get taken out. Property looking like they're coming back into this one, and off on Twist. And rifles around. This is the best buy we've ever seen from Property in this second half.
That is very true indeed. They've been so sort of struggling with cash the entire game, and now they've gotten off beginning of the round very early on Twist. We saw how good he was at getting those picks and really cracking open the rounds on Inferno. If he can start getting that going again, now we can see Property start to get those get the rounds sort of slowly starting and racking them back up again, because Twist, he was really, really big on the CT side. Berg, of course, we saw him just doing complete domination on the T side, but CT side, he seems to chill out a bit, take a more sort of slower play style, whereas Twist comes in and just completely just blows everyone away with that warp.
And he is ready now on the short angles. So LDLC have some interesting obstacles in this round in particular, mostly due to the fact that Twist is playing short with the AWP, and Property have also decided to put 3 players towards B, so this is like a really weird setup now from Property. And LDLC, if they go for that B split, and they may have made Schneider peek actually to maybe even encourage the B split, because Twist is in position with the AWP. They got 2 players still on B. They might be feigning that there is a disadvantage for Property on the B bomb site, when in reality that's not exactly the case. But they are going to move towards A regardless of getting that pick, just to see what they can find. But the time is really running low here. They need to make a committed play and get the site takes going, because otherwise they're going to put themselves in a very nasty spot with no time left to plant the bomb. But in they go, and Twist gets smoked off. Over the top there with that AWP. He's got a teammate close. Great shots there from Twist. Takes down both players. Things are getting very awkward though as they get closer and closer. Bodyy with the 2 trades on the return and gets the bomb down with 10 seconds remaining. Good stuff there from him, and they have a nice setup post-plant.
They do indeed, and Bodyy right now is in a very nice spot to get a few more frags. Berg and zende, they're going to be really struggling to get back in as he catches wind of Berg and shuts him down. Zende does get the better of him though. 1v2, the bomb is ticking away. He goes very aggressive onto Goose, but Fuks will be the man to shut him down finally.
And that is a very, very bad time to lose a round for Property. That's kind of like the best time to win a round for LDLC. They've put Property on a force buy situation where pauf cannot afford even a rifle. We've got a scout on Schneider. Twist has an AWP, but this round they need something to just go. They need something to go their way in this round earlier on. But Schneider with that scout looking for the headshot, misses the shot, instantly taken down by Bodyy as the push comes into A long. Twist now, once again, it seems as if the world is on his shoulders. All the responsibility is going to be his burden. Quick repeat, this guy is absolutely nuts, but he does get taken down in the end. 2 on 3 now as pauf and Berg coming in with the frags, but still this attack unrelenting. Timothée with that Tech 9 trying to find pauf. He's delaying. Where's his teammate? Oh my god, the Tech 9 running out of ammunition. It's the first time I've ever seen that in my life. it was going to be a round for Property. I have no idea how they pulled that one off.
Just the headshot from Twist there, where he just hit the player who didn't even know was there. Just crazy stuff that round. Then pauf just dancing around, playing ring around the rosies there, just stopping it until there was no ammo left in that Tech 9 at all, and managed to get the frag. That was really, really just crazy play from Property there.
That was won by the slimmest of margins. And we're going to see just another standard setup from them as well. They've actually got one man actually holding middle this time around. And this could get interesting if LDLC do decide to go for a play where they barrel down middle. But they're not going to go for that. They're going to just slowly move around the map, kind of separated, getting picked off one by one. In comes the cat push now finally. But they have lost quite a few players. Schneider's position, though, a little bit wanting there. It's going to leave him in the ground as the cleanup does come in. The drive-by there from Twist. Oh, the bomb does get planted, though. A few defeats will come in, but always nice to have those extra $800 all around for LDLC Whites. And Property, 2 rounds away now, and you can't call this match, can you? It's just so back and forth at this point.
It's really, really crazy. We saw it in the Inferno game. It was, you know, half the time you thought LDLC, they've got this in the bag, easy, and then all of a sudden Property would just come shining out of nowhere. And it's what we're seeing once again. You never know what's going to happen between these two teams. They're both individually crazy in their own ways. They just pull out things you wouldn't expect to see, and somehow it works.
And they're going for the hard-hitting play into the A-long area. We've got pauf there with the one trade, but that's not good enough. It's going to be occupied now with that French flag stuck firmly in that dirt on the A-long area, as Property have been removed, and they have 3 players, all of which are actually at A at the moment, as we can see here on the screen. This is going to be pretty annoying because they need to push players down to cat, get them into middle to find information, scout out a little bit more what's going on. Bomb slowly making its way up A-long here, and they're moving together. This is nice work here actually from Property. They're going to take down Tuinu, who's actually kind of on the lurk. And they still don't know what's going on. They've got a player fanning out over towards the B area. But now they know.
Yeah, that's true. They have realized that it's the A site they're going for, and they will be trying to retake this. The site's just completely on fire. The only one mad enough to go on there will be going straight to the Burns ward. bodyy finally goes down there now as the fire has extinguished, gets the bomb down, and zende's coming in. 2 beautiful picks from the T's, though. There's the third Devil popping zende's head, and it's 14-11.
And another force by likely here from Property. Indeed, they're going to go for it. And oh, it's looking even worse this time. No AWP on Twist. He's stuck on a measly pistol. And it was really the AWP on Twist in the previous force by that really made the difference for Property. Although it was pretty ridiculous anyway, that round. But that A-long take seems so strong that they're going to go for it again. Property don't really have a lot to work with in the way of grenades either. So defenses are hard to come by at the moment for them. But LDLC, they've made their way into middle now. Are they going to get themselves the openings here? Berg is not really been hitting the shots so far on Dust 2, but in comes the flash. He gets nothing.
bodyy rattling a few shots off there into CT, though, wants to try and get some early damage off. But Twist will be the one to find one onto matHEND. bodyy finally gets one onto Berg. 4v4, but the health situation looks a lot worse over on the CT side, and so does the gun situation, really. It's not going to be too great from at all on the bomb, working towards the B site. 2 men there to defend it. Zende gets one, the headshot onto bodyy, gets the second. Another beautiful headshot. Schneider comes over, using that scout absolutely amazingly, takes down Tuinu, and there's pauf for the headshot onto Devil. 14-12, you really don't know what's going to happen in this matchup.
And the ridiculous thing is that they have now broken the money of LDLC. They've completely reset them. And they don't have anything. They have nothing. Property can absolutely pick up 2 rounds here because LDLC, they need to eco. I mean, they can buy next round, but they won't have any nades unless they get the bomb down. The bomb plant is absolutely essential for them. They want grenades in the following rounds. And then they need to get the buys in. There's no question about that. They have to buy in the next round. We'll have to see how they manage to handle that. But so far, it's a bit of a shooting gallery here for Property as they pick up the kills long range with the M4s. And Fuks there is not going to get all that much. Oh, no, he does actually take down Berg. But, oh, wow, there's a second kill coming in. I mean, there was no head armor on Zende. I mean, he was cutting that corner against, thinking that, hey, hey, they're up with the AKs. But actually, it's one of those rare occasions where cutting that corner did actually cost him. So, well, We're going to have
30 bomb from Twist there. This is what we were saying before, though. Twist he's such a strong sort of asset to have on sort of property right now. He's been getting beautiful picks, but then he's been getting frags that have just come out of nowhere and really sort of kept property in crucial rounds that maybe they shouldn't have won without him.
And they're going to be going for it now. The mid push comes in. The crossfire is there, though. The flashes are perfect. Lining up. Berg gets 2 quick headshots. Tech9 comes into play, though. But that's only one trade, and that's not going to really handle the rest of the CTs that are left on the map here. They are swarming all over the bomb now. And matHEND is coming in. He's not got a lot to work with, just this Tech9. And again, they're in a situation where they could have bought without any grenades. But they actually decided to go for the Tech9s and a few nades. And to be fair, that's a decent decision, because now they can have the AKs and nades, even an AWP if they want it. That would have been possible had Twinu can still buy an AWP if he really wants, but it's more likely, I guess, to go the AK at this point. And we are 14-14 property. They're on match point already. I mean, they took the first map, Inferno, by pretty slim margins, to be honest. But now, LDLC, all comes down to this buy for them. They're not really on a full buy in the next round, so it's got to be happening right here.
A nade there, 10 HP off of Fuks. It's not amazing, but it's something that might, you know, just hurt them just enough, because these are very, very tight rounds right now. 14-14. Any little thing you can get is what you need in these close rounds, and Trist will get a very big thing there as he takes down Timothée very early on. 1 minute on the clock and already only 4 players left on the T side. And
they actually abandoned A completely. They only had 1 guy in A long, and they had 3 on the double doors there. They had 3 players. That's a huge gamble from property, but they've fallen back into those more standard positions as LDLC are just sat in middle. They are just waiting for property to come to them and make a move, as they have been poking and prodding a few times here so far. But again, back to the more safe positions on the bomb sites themselves. And it looks like they want to get this B play going. They're going to throw it all in. They're shoving all the chips in on the B play. And this could actually work out. Zende goes down straight away. There's no one left for the response. How are property going to retake this? They are charging across the map here. It is a 4-on-4. They have the health advantage. But it's going to be really hard to get in the bomb site. Look at all the grenades down here for LDLC. There is the boost over the smoke. Can they catch someone out with this? They've taken Upper Dark. Control very crucial. They've taken down another player on Upper Dark. It's getting really bad here very quickly now for LDLC.White as the rest of property come in. And at the very least, LDLC do get the bomb down. So I do believe they should be able to get some AKs going in this next round, but it's going to be rough.
And that's the thing. The overtime there is secured. That safety net is in the bank for property, and it's going to be so hard right now. The money situation is there. They can get the guns, but okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. They've got the nades. They can work with this. I thought it was a little bit worse than that, but it's one of those things right now. It's such a heavy burden on you right now. You know, if you lose this round, that's it. Oh, it's game over.
The fast push on B as well. They're just going to go for straight up rush B. It's like matchmaking strategies right here coming in from LDLC. That's how they want to try to end this game, or rather get to the overtime. And it's actually worked. They're in with the bomb site, in with the bomb plant. They still have the grenades to hold off these CTs. And this is really nice here, this setup from LDLC. They only really lack presence in Upper Dark, but the CTs are all outside. This couldn't be any better for them at the moment. They just got to hit the shots. In go the grenades. Schneider straight through the window. Finds himself one player. He's stuck with his teammates just in the corner. What is going on right now here for property? 2-on-2. As Twinu tries desperately to spray him down, and there it is. LDLC.White are going to bring it to the overtime with Rush B, don't stop. Rush B, don't stop. True matchmaking style.
I mean, you can't fault it, though. It worked.
It did work.
It worked, at least.
That was one of the rounds, one of the few rounds where property didn't have 2 guys inside the B. They actually started cutting some corners there. And, hey, sometimes, I mean, Counter-Strike is about gambles. It is. It's always going to be about risk-taking. You can't see what your opponents are doing. You can only try to hedge your bets on what you think is most likely to win you the round. And they managed to do a pretty good job there. So 15-15. We'll have to see how the overtime rule set plays out for DreamHack. Again, if you are just joining us, guys, this is the DreamHack Tours closed qualifier being run on the FACEIT platform. FACEIT.
FACEIT TV.
Yeah, we're going to rebrand to FACEIT. Okay, so we got so MR5 coming into play, 16K. This could be a long one with how close these teams are playing against each other.
That is true indeed. Over on long, it looks like we could have our first bit of contact though in that long house. Pauf very eager to try and get some early damage off. matHEND will be the one to greet him if he does go for the push though. Holding it with that AK in hand, looking at
very quiet. Again, LDLC, they previously as well, they slowed their pace down in many of the rounds because I think they feel that Property is a team that's going to try to challenge and give them the picking opportunities. And there you go, Pauf pushing a long house, gets punished. Schneider in for the damage control. Is he going to be able to do anything? He's quite exposed here, and Devil's coming in from the side. However, Schneider does have a teammate to back him up, but he gets sat down there by Devil. But the trade coming into play, but it's still Property looking to be in terrible shape at the moment. Terrible shape. Fuks going to get one in mid. Down to Twist. And, well, it's a nice headshot, but how much is that going to help in a situation like this?
yeah, I mean, 1v3. Okay, you've got 56 HP on matHEND and 28 on body. Makes it into a 2v2 very early on, taking down 2E and the Molotov is out. It won't find anyone though, that's a shame. But this is the thing, there's 2 players left. You've got another Molotov as well. This one might actually do some damage as he lands it on ramp. Can he get the shots off here? Twist does get the second kill. Has to run for his own molly there to try and get on sight, and unfortunately, matHEND will get the better of him.
Twist is a hero. He is a hero. Double up now coming in from Prop. This is something I was expecting more often, actually, from them on their T sides as well as their CT sides, but this is the first time we're seeing it in overtime. Schneider getting the AWP, and are we going to see another just rush B, don't stop, no nades, push? Or they're just going for the walk, the straight up walk in. Beautiful stuff. Contact play into that B bomb site. And we are going to have the bomb going down momentarily as Property try to contest. They're up close again, knocking on the gates, but the problem is that LDLC have put the padlocks on. They're covered in flames and smoke. Got Twist looking up for the peak there, but Nade's still ready to be put down here by 2E as he just guards the back. And there it is. Pauf takes down Fuks, but it's not really going to help all that much at this point. They cannot get in. There's so many grenades. And it's a 2-on-2, but the bomb is going to go boom very shortly. And LDLC.White, they seem to be finding success with these fast B hits. Property, they don't have anybody quick to the B angles, and it's got to be so infuriating in their position to just be like, oh, well, at the start of the round, they have the bomb down in the B bomb site. How do we have to retake this now? What are we doing? What's going on? So they need to address that because Property, LDC are exploiting it pretty heavily.
Yeah, that's true indeed. I mean, probably just don't know what to do, as you're saying. They're getting confused at this point, and it just makes you wonder if they're going to have to sort of switch things up. And I mean, it doesn't really matter because 2E is going to take a player anyway. Schneider's down very early on, straight away through mid. 4 players left, that's 2 on each site, and short control is completely open for the T's to just work up, get that info, and try and take the site now.
Very late rotate there out of B from Property as bomb is making its way for that short plant there on the A bomb site. Great spray coming in from Fuks there to take down Twist, the hero Orpa Property, the savior. But this time it's actually looking somehow favorable from Property. Pauf coming in with some excellent frags there. One headshot found after another. But the problem is that bomb is planted towards short. They are flashing them. They are flaming them back, and they have to push through the flames. It's going to be the takedown on the penetration kill for a teammate for them to retake that one, but it worked. Great call from LDLC to just push straight through, no hesitation. Had they hesitated at all there, that probably would not have worked.
Yeah, just completely no fear in it, and it works so well for him. And I think that's the thing. We've seen these really, really aggressive takes and these aggressive rounds from LDLC work so well against Property. Pauf there with the nade on long. Gets a bit of damage off 74 HP and 77 on matHEND as he goes now very aggressive with that M4. Rattles the shots off, gets matHEND down to 1 HP as he begins to fall back to mid. Yeah, 1 HP left on him. Devil there, trying to sort of get a little bit more information now. Yeah, he should have really been dead then with that spray. pauf still holding the angle though. Wants to see if he can do some damage as Devil backs through his teammate doing the flash as they begin to charge out. Gets one, tries to get the second, but bodyy will get the better of him now. Smoke walls up on long as they begin to work towards it. Schneider's there for the backup. Flashes himself out. Won't see anyone just yet though.
Yeah, they are rapidly boosting themselves up onto the A-bomb site to get better positions going for that defense. But LDLC, once again, this is what we were talking about earlier, is they're slowing the pace down after the take. And look at how that's affecting property. They're moving a lot because of it. They're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And in reality, LDLC is slowly creeping back towards the B-bomb site. Berg's moving. This is not a good time to be moving. This player's pushing him, and he's going to get shot in the side. Berg destroyed on basically a small rotate towards that window position, and it's going to be hellish now for the retake to commence now for Schneider and Zende running through the fire. matHEND on that 1 HP is going to clutch it there. Well, maybe clutch is not the right word, but he's going to secure the round for his team. They have not dropped a single round so far on the T side, not a single one, and they're all buy rounds for both teams. And look at this, property don't have money really for a proper buy of themselves. They have no nades. Scout and Famous. Oh my god. It's brutal.
3 auto snipers, an AWP and an AK on mid. Yeah.
But hey, Twist and Schneider come up with some equalizing frags. pauf with the push there. LDLC actually coming off the worst from that exchange early on. So, hey, property, they've given themselves a chance to stay alive in this one. And by the way, Cobble is the last map. I have no idea if property have any preparation there. We'll have to see, because this could very well end up there unless they can clutch this one. They must have spotted Berg, and he is getting spammed down. Ooh, good stuff there from Berg. Great control with that Famous, gets both kills, and property pick up 1 round, but it feels so measly. It feels like such a small consolation in the face of what LDLC just did to them. They have to win 4 rounds just to stay in it on the T side, and we saw how they struggled to get 6.
Yeah, and I mean, the T side for property was weak before, and now with this massive burden on your shoulders, it must affect you in some way, and I really don't know if they're going to be able to do it.
They are going to have to show us that they are made of stronger things in this overtime, this second half, because we are going to have a very, very rude awakening if they aren't able to contest against these double AWP setups. LDLC have been using them well previously, working it well again. Schneider goes down to 2-0. And Devil playing close to the smoke there on the A-long house. They're looking for the push though. Grenades coming over. matHEND going to get a flash for his teammate. That's a good flash out there actually, but AWP comes in. There's the peek. pauf goes down. Devil though, he's stuck in the pit. But he's got this cover from matHEND and they can't push his position. The bomb is down and there's not much that berg can really do about this. Flashing himself out into safety. Twist meanwhile has pushed himself up solo. Up catwalk into the A site. And we are going to have Twist alone again. He's got to go hero mode and come out with the Superman plays. Gonna get tagged down already. Gets the shot though onto 2-0. 3 men left to take down. 40 seconds left and they know exactly where he is. Couldn't be worse for him. Tries to fake flash with the pistol drop. It's not gonna happen. And LDLC in the first round of the second half already put it to match point. This is scary.
Yeah, this is the thing. Property, they struggle on T side anyway. Now you've got 1 chance here. If they screw up even 1 time, then LDLC will take this map and it will be going to Cobble. So this is going to be so hard for property really right now. And LDLC seems to just be running away with these rounds. But Zende will finally get 1. pauf gets the 2nd. Maybe this could be the turnaround here as they begin to just completely blow them away on long. bodyy manages to find 1 there onto Twist over at the mid area though. 2-0 finds another frag, and they're starting to even these numbers up somehow. And now Zende 17 HP, pauf on 100 versus 2-0 and bodyy working their way back to try and retake this site.
Yeah, the flames are going to help actually pauf try to get the bomb down, but they are actually going to smoke it off to push through. So there's no plant even to put the clock on the CTs. So this is actually not looking too bad for LDLC right now. They are abusing the remainder of property that look desperate to get that bomb planted, but it will be zende to take down Tuinu. And bodyy left with such low HP, but zende and pauf on 17 and 10 HP respectively. There's the tap down onto pauf, all on zende now, and he's going to pull it off, but it still is a long road to climb back, and it can only be done in the second overtime. If they want to win this one, property, can they hang on? This is the question.
It's very true indeed. That's the thing. It's not even a point of property being able to win this now. It's just if they can claw on long enough to maybe have a chance to win this. But it's going to be very, very hard for them. And LDLC just seems to be getting even more confident round after round. And then we see it once again, an early pick there, taking down pauf with that AWP.
Big cost, actually. I mean, the thing is that it feels like they only feel confident right now in pushing long. It's the only thing that they go to when they're desperate. It worked kind of okay for them to get most of their rounds in normal time, but right now it just whenever they're going A long, it looks like it's desperate. It looks like it's because nothing else is working, and we are going to see Twist trying to get some damage done. They've got to play it out in middle as well. They're going to try to split off towards. Well, actually, they can still go to B if they want. They have a lot of options, but they are going to try to get themselves onto A. Twist gets the pick. That's perfect. Fuks goes down. That's the man on the site. The only way to get onto the site now for the CTs is to boost up, but that's not going to happen with these guys sitting up here on catwalk. Frags coming in now for property as they storm the bomb site, and Twist has that was such a key pick there onto Fuks, and they should get the bomb down here without any further problems. Bodyy left, and he will go down momentarily, or there it is. The knife coming out from Twist. Are property gonna do this? Are they just gonna keep doing A long takes and just?
It's weird. It's somehow working, and they're clawing on. Like, I really don't know. I really don't understand how they're getting away with it by the skin of their teeth every time, but somehow they are.
It's all about that Twist. And again, yeah, they're gonna keep barreling the A long takes, but LDLC, they can pretty much guarantee this. They're pre-nading it in advance now. They kind of understand what's gonna happen. Ooh, can't get the reload off in time there. Devil goes down, but the trade's coming in. Fuks only gets one, and that is kind of problematic. Tuinu only has a pistol and no armor. What happened? He didn't buy or something? I don't know, but no money. They ran out of cash. Oh my god, they ran out of cash.
It's starting to happen. Property seem to be somehow bringing this back.
They've been making all these rounds so expensive for LDLC. I didn't even notice that they were losing so much money every round. This is ridiculous. And there it is. Twist going to pop off the head of bodyy. They get the elimination win, and the pause is going to come in from LDLC right now. They have no money left. Property are looking good to actually bring this to overtime for overtime number 2. This is madness.
This is really crazy. I think it's crazy how they've just managed to stay in this even, but now they've broken the economy of LDLC, and they're actually looking like, really? They should be able to take this to second overtime, and then maybe if we don't see the same thing happen again and they actually start doing the damage early on, they could probably, actually have the chance to win it this time around.
Yeah, just a very impressive way to come back into this one, but it does still seem like properties, their T side is so shaky. You have 4 auto snipers. Oh well, I just love that. Just obscene amount of auto snipers. But LDLC now, they're going to try to get an advantage by pushing. This is a very common way to get yourself back in the game, and it actually works out because so many players were actually stuck on with the auto snipers spamming middle that they weren't fast into the upper dark area. So LDLC actually getting a safe kind of pick there, and still a big advantage though for property.
Yeah, that is a real good read, as you were saying though. Now, Fuks over in pit, if we see those players go for that long push, it depends. He's in a nice spot to at least get a lot of damage off. Even if he doesn't get the kill, it'll slow him down enough, which would be really, really useful for the CTs right now.
LDLC, they don't want to mess around here. It is do or die for them. Again, property, they're a map up, guys. They did take Inferno. So LDLC, if they can just close it out here, bring themselves to Cobblestone, there will be nothing more to worry about. But in comes property up catwalk now all together. They don't want to get picked off one by one. They want that perfect trade game. And there it is. Flash is coming in. Slow but methodical movement here, the structured play coming in, but that was a perfectly timed flash for Devil to take down Twist. And they have such low HP at this point. Oh no, disaster strikes property, losing absolutely everyone. Schneider coming in, and it won't be enough. LDLC will win it in overtime, and that will take us to map number 3 here for the DreamHack Tours closed qualifier between LDLC.White and Team Property. So I gotta say, I feel like LDLC, they have more of a claim to actually take this one. I mean, the T side for LDLC generally looked a bit better. They had more options, more stuff going for them, and it didn't seem like Property were all that together, to be honest. It seemed like they were struggling on their T sides massively. Just, it's like, I mean, they were just hitting A long. They're like, guys, anything that works, hitting A long. Let's just do that over and over again. That
was literally their only strategy, round after round. That's what we were saying earlier. Property just, they're lacking so much on their T side, and it is a real shame.
Definitely. Well, guys, we'll take a very quick breather whilst we go to a break and set up the next map. It'll be Cobblestone as a decider to determine who will go forwards in the DreamHack Tours closed qualifiers. So please stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.